Hello everyone, Mr. Henrique here. We're going to be on page 83 of your notes and use what we know about trigonometry to solve different triangles. So for our first one, it's asking us to find cosine of u. So if we look at a triangle over here, u is this angle here, and in order to find it, we need to go back to geometry and think about SOHCAHTOA. So means for sine, you need to look at the opposite and the hypotenuse. Ka is cosine, you need to look at the adjacent and the hypotenuse. And toa, you need to look at the opposite and the adjacent. So in the case of this triangle, our angle is at u, and we're looking for cosine. Our adjacent is this side here. The opposite is this side here. And our hypotenuse is this side here. We only need the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So looking at these sides, we need to know GU and QU. When setting up your cosine, we know that cosine is going to be the adjacent over the hypotenuse. In this case, it is 5.6 divided by 15.26. And when you plug it into your calculator, you'll get that it comes out to be 0.367. So that's the first triangle. And then we have our other one. We have MVB, and we're looking for tan B. So B is this angle here. Our adjacent is going to be this side. Our opposite is going to be this side. And our hypotenuse is this side. Remember that the hypotenuse is going to be opposite the right triangle. Adjacent means it is right next to your angle, and opposite means it is on the opposite side of your triangle. And it's asking us to find tangent of B. So tangent of B means we need to find the opposite and the adjacent. In this case, you need to find VM and BM. So our tan of B is going to be 5.1 over 3.6. When you plug it into your calculator, you get 1.417. Now for the pre-AP students, when you are taking your test, you will not have a calculator. However, you're going to have much nicer numbers to work with. But for the academic kids, you will have a calculator, so you'll get numbers like this on your test. I'm going to go ahead and give you a moment to try number 3. It is asking for sine of t. You need to find your opposite and hypotenuse, and then divide your opposite by the hypotenuse. So go ahead and take a moment. Okay, so what you should find is that your sine of t comes out to be 0.683. Now in our next section, we're going to be doing the opposite. Instead of being given an angle and asked to find the cosine, we're going to have to find the angle based off of the resulting cosine. So we have cosine of some angle is equal to 3.2 divided by 5.12. Now, in order to get our cosine, we need to take the inverse cosine or the arc cosine of our original cosine, theta. So that leaves us with our theta being equal to our cosine of 3.2 divided by 5.12. And when you plug that into your calculator, what you'll find is this results to 0.896. Now we're going to do the same thing for our next one. It's asking us for the tangent of theta of 8.3 divided by 6.4. Once again, we're going to take the arc cosine, or not arc cosine, the arc tangent in this case. So that leaves us with theta is equal to our inverse tangent equal of 8.3 divided by 6.4. So when you plug that into your calculator, what you'll find is it comes out to be 0.914. I'm going to go ahead and give you a moment to try the last one. So for your third answer, you should get 0.702. Once again, for the pre-AP students, when you're taking your test, you'll be given much nicer numbers as you will not have a calculator. For this final section, we are given an angle and a side, and we need to find the other side. So we have this angle here for our first one, and we're also given the side opposite of it. Well, it's asking for NY. NY is the hypotenuse of this triangle. So with that information, what we need to do is find our sine. Remember SOHCAHTOA, opposite hypotenuse, is going to be our sine. So we have sine of our angle N is equal to YC, our opposite side, divided by our hypotenuse NY. Now we need to find NY, so what we're going to do is rearrange this equation so that we're solving for NY. So we swap our sine and NY, and we get NY is equal to YC divided by sine of our angle N. Now we need to plug in these numbers, so NY is equal to 5.4 divided by sine of 33.06 degrees. So when you plug it into your calculator, what you'll find is it comes out to be 9.899 for our final angle. For NY. Now we're going to do the same thing for number 2. We are given the angle C. We know the length of the side opposite to it and its hypotenuse. So I'm going to find sine of the angle C is equal to ty over cy. Once again, when I rearrange to solve for cy, I get cy is equal to ty over sine of the angle C. So cy is equal to 5.9 divided by sine of 52.67 degrees. When you plug that into your calculator, what you'll find is it comes out to be 7.420. Now take a moment to try number 3 for yourself. You should find that PE comes out to be 16.129. Alright, that is it for this page. Have a good rest of your day.